Hello scholars, welcome back. Today is April 2nd, 2020. Well scholars, really exciting. I know you are going to get excited when you know what the book is. Drum roll please. Today we're going to read Julian's Secret Agent, Silent Excitement. Well scholars, today we're going to keep learning about character traits. Character traits, get ready, go. Character traits are the words that describe what a character is as a person, found through their thoughts, actions, dialogue, and feelings. And today, scholars, we are also going to learn on character mental state. Character mental state is what a character thinks and how they feel. Your turn, get ready, go. Character mental state is what a character thinks and how they feel. Well, scholars, and we are also going to keep making predictions. Predictions, get ready, go. Prediction is a good guess what will happen in the story. And I know, scholars, that you as a good reader will get all of that evidence in order to make a prediction, and this will really help us as good readers to better understand the story and make a prediction. So let's go ahead and keep reading. Julian's Secret Agent. This chapter is called Crimebusters. It was a morning when the sun stayed in bed. It was a morning when the clouds had pillow fights. It was a morning when it looked like it could rain rubber boots, submarines, lost pirate ships, sunken treasures, or a whole new world. My best friend, Gloria, my little brother, Huey, and I were in the post office mailing some letters for my mother. When she finished, the rain started. We couldn't leave. We were alone in the post office lobby. The rain was pounding down on the roof. Gloria and I stared out a window. We couldn't see anything but water. Well, scholars, right here in this page, the author uses figurative language. It says, it was a morning when the sun stayed in bed, and it was a morning when the clouds had pillow fights. What does that really mean? Scholars, that means that it was raining. That is what the author means. Let's keep going. This is like living in an aquarium, Gloria said. When can we go home? Huey asked. Don't worry, I said. Someday, tomorrow, next week, next month, it's got to stop raining. We looked around the lobby. There was a poster explaining how to collect stamps. There was a notice about how much it cost to mail things. There was a bunch of papers hanging on a hook on the wall. Gloria took the papers off their hook. We looked at them over her shoulder. Every page had a set of fingerprints at the bottom and two photos of a person in the middle. In big letters at the top of each page, it said, Wanted, Citizens Alert. I'm going to pause right here, scholars. Whoa, I already can make a prediction. First of all, it says Julian's Secret Agent. Whoa, and I can see that maybe this book, this genre might be a mystery. I don't know, maybe this chapter will be. It might be a mystery, but I don't know. Let's keep reading. Reports on criminals, I said. Right, Gloria said. She started reading out loud. Evelyn Gertrude Smith held up freeway tool booths in Ohio, stole $7,531.25 in quarters. Ernest Moonface Wallace wrestles cattle to save them from slaughterhouses, sells them to rodeos. Eugene George Johnson, the great imitator, 21 years old, uses many names. He struck in 32 states, robs banks while pretending to be bank worker, has photographic memory, talks in a strange private language, also speaks Chinese, 5 feet 10 inches tall, has small scar right up upper lip, hobby, cooking, $25,000 reward for his capture. Mildred Miller, grade school art teacher, hijacked airplane in Oregon, parachuted out over Montana with all of the passengers' money and jewels. Gloria stopped reading. How could a teacher become a criminal? She asked. Remember Miss Reasoner? I asked. Our art teacher? Remember the day Bobby Sloan filled a water pistol with paint? He accidentally squirted it in her hair when he was aiming for somebody else. Remember when she took his squirt gun away? She said. You children may drive me to crime, but Miss Reasoner wouldn't ever become a criminal, Gloria said. Maybe not, I said, but there sure is a lot of crime around. Scholars, I'm going to pause right here. And we're going to use our skill of character and mental state, what a character thinks and how they feel. So what does Julian think about his art teacher? And how does his thoughts support what he thinks already about his personality? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think. I think he thinks that she could turn into a criminal. This is more evidence that he is melodramatic because there aren't really as many criminals around as he thinks they are. So we're going to keep that in mind. Wonder if you can remember that word, melodramatic. Let's keep reading. At the end of this chapter, scholars, we are going to see what is Huey like and Gloria like. So let's keep on reading and see if we can figure it out. A crime could happen right here, Gloria said. Look at how dusty these papers are, I said. Nobody has read them in weeks. Grown-ups should be studying these. They should keep up on crime, Gloria said. It's too bad grown-ups aren't more like us, I said. We'd be great at catching criminals. We would? Huey asked. Of course we would, Gloria said. We could do it, I said. We could be secret agents. Nobody could even notice us because we're kids. And all the time we'd be protecting people, maybe even saving their lives. We might get a big reward, Huey said. We'd be heroes, I said. It's lucky we have bikes, Gloria said. We can hunt for criminals all over town. All over town? I said. Sure, Gloria said. There's just one problem, I said. Dad told us he doesn't want us to go too far from home this summer. How far is too far? Gloria asked. I don't know. Look at it this way, Gloria said. We don't go to New York. We won't go to Paris if we find a criminal leaving for Tokyo. We just won't follow her. So we won't go far from home. I thought about it. I thought about accidentally going someplace Dad wouldn't like. And then saying, Dad, we thought far meant Tokyo. I didn't know how he would take it. Julian, Gloria said, what trouble could we get into? I don't know, I said. Actually, I couldn't see any trouble coming, but that's how I am about trouble. All right, I said, we'll do it. We'll be Crimebusters. I went to the window. It had stopped raining. The sun had came out. It looked like a whole new world. Well, scholars, as we go to our chart, scholars, I did ask you at the beginning of the lesson that what is the character like? I did ask for character traits and I did ask you to make predictions. I'm sure you had already made predictions in your mind. Today we are going to be describing Julian, Gloria, and Huey. Julian, Gloria, and Huey. I did say that Julian was melodramatic. I wonder if you can remember from our wow words what melodramatic means. I will give you a few seconds to remember. Maybe you can come up with evidence as well. All right, I give you some thinking time. So, why is Julian melodramatic? Because I remember that Julian said that he had to stay in the post office for weeks. Were they really going to stay in the post office for weeks? I'm going to go ahead and write that down in my evidence. Said they will stay in post office for weeks. I know that he was exaggerating, and melodramatic means that you might exaggerate a little bit, like, oh, we are going to stay in the post office for weeks. And just because it was raining, he was being a little bit melodramatic. What else can we describe him as? What else can we describe him as? If they were looking for crime and they said, maybe Tokyo doesn't mean that far. If your dad told you something that you shouldn't be doing, how is this person like? And he goes against his word and he does something that he's not supposed to. I know that this is a negative character trait. Scholars, I know that maybe Julian could be a little bit disobedient. Could he be disobedient? I think so. I think he could be disobedient because he is already thinking of ways to go against his dad's word. He said, don't go far, but they were like, oh, Tokyo doesn't mean far. All right, scholars, we're going to move on to Gloria. How is Gloria like? I know from her thoughts, actions, dialogue, and feelings that she was interested about reading books and catching criminals. So she was all into that mystery part. She was so interested in doing all of that, scholars. And she thinks that it would be amazing to catch criminals. I think that we could use that as our evidence, but I'm not quite sure how we can describe her as yet. So I'm going to write that down in my evidence. So she loves reading books, and we also said that she thinks it would be great to catch criminals. So I'm going to write that down. Thinks it's great to catch criminals. So I have these two pieces of evidence. So if she keeps reading books, if she keeps trying to find information, I think that she could be a little bit curious. Can you say the word curious with me? Well, scholars, and if she thinks it's great to catch criminals, scholars, first of all, I would be very scared to be catching criminals. And honestly, I think I would be a little bit nervous to even go against it. So I think she's already really brave. But mostly, I think she might even be a little bit too confident. So I'm just going to write it down. I'm going to say confident. I wonder if you had better character traits than I did. I don't know. Well, scholars, that is it for today. I miss you all, and I hope that you're learning so much. Let's go ahead and do the choo-choo train cheer. Get ready, go. Woo! Ah! Wait, that was a roller coaster cheer. Oh my goodness, I got tricked. All right, scholars, goodbye.